One of the stories that got a lot of traction on Capitol Hill this week was the House and Senate vote to compel the Justice Department to release the Epstein files within 30 days. President Trump, of course, later signing that bill. And it's sure to be a topic of note on this Sunday's Meet the Press. NBC's Kristen Welker joining me now. Kristen, thank you so much for being here. And we also know that the president asked Attorney General Pam Bondi to investigate prominent Democrats' relationships with Jeffrey Epstein. So, Kristen, where does this investigation go from here?
Well, Faith, great to be with you. As you say, President Trump signed that bill into law, which calls on the Justice Department to release all of the Epstein files. Here's the potential snag there. Due to that investigation that you just referenced, given the fact that DOJ can say that they are in the midst of an open investigation, they could potentially decide not to release the files, not to release all of the files. We'll have to see how that unfolds. But again, that could be a potential stumbling block. Now, based on the legislation, DOJ has 30 days, so it's something that could happen right before Christmas. But just zooming out politically, Faith, this has been an extraordinary moment, in part because it's divided the MAGA base. You had President Trump defiant. He wanted Republicans to drop the issue, but a vast majority of Americans saying they wanted to see the Epstein files released. And so members of the MAGA base, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, for example, adamant that she wanted to see the files released, reaching across the aisle, working with Democrats and moderate Republicans to really push that point. I think the questions to watch: will all the files be released? And are we seeing a small fracture in the MAGA base, or could this be evidence of something more?
Kristen, let me ask you about this. The economy, always something Americans are concerned about, right? We're hearing affordability. We are seeing that across the country, including right here in Georgia after a recent statewide election. We know that you will have Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent on Meet the Press Sunday, and the September jobs report that was released this week after delay due to the government shutdown to talk about that. What is this report telling us about the direction of the economy?
Well, look, more jobs were added than were anticipated, but the unemployment rate also ticked up, so raising questions about whether the Fed could lower interest rates again next month when it meets. But I think that the broader questions have to do with the ones that you're talking about, Faith, as it relates to the economy overall. The fact that we are seeing prices on a number of groceries go up. Remember, President Trump was elected on a promise to bring those prices down. And then the concern: could the economy dip into a recession? We'll unpack all of it coming up this Sunday with Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent on Meet the Press. Faith?
It's certainly going to be a big show on Sunday with, of course, Treasury Secretary, as well as New York City's Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani and Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar. Kristen, we are excited for the show. A lot to see. We'll see you on Sunday for Meet the Press, and then we'll see you right after at 11 for the Georgia Vote. Kristen, thank you so much.